What's up? What's going on, guys and gals? Adults of all ages. You got a weak ass system. Shit, I had a damn system.
Guess who came to Atlanta?
I don't know.
Gary Allen.
Good for him.
You don't believe how much the cheap seats are.
Yeah, probably $100.
More.
Yeah. Whew. Thought you were going to bed.
I'm just changing my clothes.
Mm. Was that one viewer? No. Anybody joins in? Usually people join in about 20 minutes into it, usually. Lights are gone, man. That's all the lights I got. So sorry. Well, thanks for your comment, at least. I appreciate it. Whew. It's been a long day. So what's going on in your world? Go Joe, strongest, the strongest. That's pretty cool, man. Hopefully your day was good. No, I'm not camping. I'm at the house. I'm on the front porch. Just got a screened-in front porch. Well, that's cool. Summer break's always awesome. I remember that shit in high school or middle school or any school. Get out for damn summer. Ugh, tiring. It's what it is. It was, but other than being tired, it was an alright day. Yeah, that's why I like coming doing my lives outside, because you get to hear nature and stuff. Heck, I'm glad you're here, because usually people don't really start getting into the live until about 15, 20 minutes in. Freshman, awesome. Ninth grade's always awesome. It's a little scary. Bigger school, older kids. Just go through it like it ain't nothing. Any other old day. Head held high. Don't take no BS from nobody. Do your schoolwork and go home. That's all you do. Yes, it does. Nature's always good for that. Yeah, I remember ninth grade. That was actually my best year. If I'd have kept going, I'd have probably had a 4.0 average when I graduated, but I kind of fell off the wagon about 11th grade. Oh, so you're homeschooling. Is that what that means? That's what that means, right? Well, that's even better, because you ain't got to endure bull crap that goes along with high school sometimes. Hi. I'm not going to say your name because I'll butcher it. That's cool, man. Hockey's awesome. What you mean kindergarten? You said you're going into high school. I'm confused, man. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Okay, bro. Well, whatever you're going into, just keep your head up and do your schoolwork and go home. It says they got 3 people here. How's it going? Right on, brother. That's awesome. So you don't go to like 12th grade? I mean, I'm I thought my school was confusing. Yours is really confusing. Well, growing up, we had preschool, we had elementary, then we had upper elementary, and then we had middle school, upper middle school, then high school. So I didn't know what school I was ever going to get to. Like it seemed like it took forever to get to high school. It's weird. What's up, Butter Me Up? Glad you're back. Last night was a late night, and I didn't get on until probably midnight. I was on the porch with my family just chilling, and I didn't want to be rude and be on the phone and shit. But it really wasn't a long. It really wasn't a long live. I was on for 40 minutes, I think it was. Cool. Well, how was your day? Butter me up. Hello, 4 people. I'm talking to 2, but hello the other 2. Okay, we are gone now, so. Well, we went to go camping today with my dad and brothers and all that. Well, turned out there wasn't enough room on the campsite for our big old tent, so we just came home and said the heck with it. We'll go over there tomorrow and hang out with them and go fishing and stuff. I hope my internet ain't lagging, because It's been up and down here lately, so if my internet's lagging, I'm sorry. There's nothing really much I can do about it. Our Wi-Fi here kind of sucks. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I got a brand new rod that I bought yesterday, or was it day before? Maybe been day before. I can't remember. But I gotta string it up too. I use that spider wire braid. That's what I use. It's the only thing I'll use. I don't like using monofilament because I've had too too many mishaps. Man, we had crab legs tonight for supper. I love them. I'll eat my weight in gold in crab legs, but goddamn, it freaking every time you burp, you can taste it, and I'll be tasting this crap for 3 days. That's the only thing about it. I love eating it, but my stomach don't like it. What do you guys think about what's going on in Houston right now? Man, that storm come through there and knocked all their power out. And then boys come across from other states to go down there to work to get their power back on, and they start attacking the power people. Like, what the heck, man? What is this world coming to? Like, these people travel 500-600 miles to go work to get their power back on, so they'll have power. And people go out there and damn attack them. They had I was reading a story or listening to a story on YouTube earlier about they had a lineman go down there and he was running basically running for his life, and he hopped up into his bucket truck to get away from them. Well, they bust the window and dragged him out and beat him nearly to death. I don't know why these freaking people are going stupid down there. Like, it don't make no sense to me why they would want to attack people trying to help them. To me, that just don't make no daggum sense. I was watching one today where power company was going down the highway, and a guy got out. He was holding something long in his hand and stopped the power truck and just started beating the crap out of the truck. Like, what is their problem? You know, when we went through Texas back in 2020, we bypassed Houston and went to Dallas. I mean, Dallas was a good place. I mean, it was real clean and it was real, it was really nice. I liked it out there. But I just don't ever like going to Houston because I've know that it's dangerous, but I didn't know it was to the point where you can't even help nobody down there. They don't want to act right. I don't get it. It's just like back when Katrina hit Louisiana so many years ago. My friend Sean, he got hired through the government to go down there to get people cable and satellite put back in and everything, so the people could have TV and internet. And they were paying them. They signed a contract to go down there and work 9 weeks, and they were getting paid $1,800 a day. So he's like, hell yeah. So he took off down there, and he probably got to work 4 weeks out of his contract because it was so dangerous. He got shot at 2 or 3 times, and then probably 20, 30 more contractors down there that was putting in cable and stuff. They were getting shot at, and a bunch of people died actually because the people down there in Louisiana was killing them, and they were down there trying to help them. I mean, Houston didn't get clobbered like Louisiana did, but you have no business beating the shit out of people that's trying to help you. So, if anybody listening to me run my mouth from Texas that's from Houston, shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. Y'all need to go somewhere and pray, is what y'all need to do. I'm not perfect, but I'm not claiming to be perfect. But y'all need to do better. Be better. It's a damn crying shame people down there to help y'all and y'all want to treat them like that. Another one that I was reading, it just come to my head, that these people were acting like they were good people and, you know, giving the people bottles of water. You know, here, you thirsty, man, here, take you some bottles of water. Well, turned out it was laced with fentanyl. All the fucking waters was laced with goddamn fentanyl. And I'm like, God, man, what the hell? You trying to kill people? Just trying to make. I'm sorry. I'm. I get too into it, but all I'm gonna say is, people from Houston, shame on every damn one of y'all. Cause I've been to Houston once when I was real little, and even back then, back in the mid '90s, it was fucking dangerous. We went out there with my mom's friend to pick up her daughter. Her daddy come and got her at the beginning of summer and wouldn't bring her back, so we all loaded up to go get her at the end of summer so she could go back to school and out where we lived. And she had to tell us, okay, we can't go down this way because this, you know, during the night we can't get caught in this neighborhood because we might not come out. And as a little kid, I freaked me the hell out. I remember like it's yesterday. But I don't know, man. People just need to grow the hell up. Because I, for one, if I was working for the power company and I went down there to help somebody and the first person to come out here and try to whoop my ass, if I got something in my hand, you're going to eat it. I'm hand to God, you're going to eat whatever's in my hand. And then you turn around and leave. I just go home. Because my life's more valuable than yours when you're acting stupid. At that point, you don't value your life when you're acting stupid like that. All bets are off. But anyway, enough of my rant about people from Houston. Heck, I hope these people from Houston see this because they need to wake up. Anyway, that's it. I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. But anyway, well, Joe Biden, he stepped down today. He's not running for president no more. So I wonder who they're gonna get. I haven't heard anything. If it's already been announced, I haven't heard it. But the last thing I did hear that he is endorsing Kamala Harris. She ain't fit to run a daycare, more or less a country. I mean, good Lord. You seen what Trump did to Hillary Clinton when she ran up against him. Imagine what he's going to do to her. He's going to mop the floor with her. If I was her, I wouldn't even run. I'd let somebody else run. But if she does run, nah, I don't believe she'll win, in my opinion. I just don't think she'll make it. I don't know, battery on 15%. Yeah, my phone's dying, so this might be a quick one. I've been to Dallas, Texas once. It was the best time I ever had. I went to the zoo and didn't see I didn't see the stadium, but I went up to the building. It was like a spinning at the top. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah. See, we went through Dallas when we were hot shot trucking. We were hauling a big load going to New Mexico, so we had to go up through Dallas and go north up to the Panhandle of Texas. And we went through Odessa. We went through all them kind of cities up to the North Panhandle of Texas. We went through Midland. I do believe we went through Midland. I can't remember though. But I was passing a kidney stone going through Dallas, and we were in the middle of a 6-lane highway, and I could feel it going down into my bladder, and it's a pain that you don't want to ever have to go through. And everything started going black and white. I was about to pass out, like I was about to go, and I had a big load on my truck. And I prayed, and I grabbed my wife's hand, and I prayed and prayed. I said, Lord, you can't let me pass out in the middle of traffic. I got this huge load, and you cannot let me pass out. So we were going through Dallas, and we put in a hospital. We thought it was a hospital. Well, it turned out to be basically a hospital, but it was urgent care. The urgent care had an X-ray machine in there. They had an MRI machine in there and everything. It was like a gigantic, daggum, basically a mini hospital. Well, my insurance wouldn't transfer to Texas, so I had to pay out of pocket. So I gave them about every dime I had in my pocket in cash. I think it was like 50, 60 bucks. And they put me up on a payment plan and everything. Well, they got me in and out real quick and told me what it was and how big it was. It was a 5.6 millimeter kidney stone. And they said, more than likely, bud, you're going to have this surgically removed because you won't be able to pass it. It's too big. I said, well, great. And it was still hurting, not as bad, but it was tolerable. And they said it was right there on the edge of the end of your ureter going into your bladder. They said it's stuck right there. So they gave me a shot of painkillers and everything. And my wife, she drove the rest of the way to New Mexico. And then when we got into New Mexico, we traded seats. Unloaded the first load. Then the first load was in Rogers, New Mexico, which out there is nothing but windmills as far as the eye can see. And all of the roads out there, in between each and every block of the windmills, they're all named after dead presidents. It's crazy. And we got lost. Couldn't find our way. Had no cell phone service anywhere. So the address they give me dropped me in the middle of the windmills. Nothing's out there. So I finally found a guy. He gave me directions. He said, I think I know where you're needing to go. And he showed me where to go. So I finally found the place and unloaded. And then we trekked up to Maxwell, New Mexico. It's at the tip-end corner of New Mexico, Colorado, and Oklahoma. And we spent the night on the bottom end of an old volcano. That's not active or nothing, but it was active like thousands of years ago. It's pretty wild. And then this is back when my wife's dad had a heart attack while we were in Louisiana, but he made it, of course. And so we had to, after we left Maxwell, New Mexico, we went straight to South Carolina after that. We didn't haul nothing back or nothing because we didn't have time to. But 2 weeks later, the kidney stone said, hello. I drank a lot of concentrated lemon juice. Is the only thing that'll break up a kidney stone. Unless unless it's that 10% chance of that one stone that can't break up. But it's very far and few between that people have those. But luckily mine was a calcium deposit. And lemon juice is the only thing that'll break up a kidney stone. And it's proven, it's in the science, it's proven. Duke University did a study on it, and that's the only thing that'll break up kidney stones is lemon juice. So I drink a lot of lemon juice, a lot of concentrated lemonade, and it ended up crushing it, breaking it up, and it came out in pieces. So I didn't have to have surgery. My kidney stones suck. They suck bad. So drank a lot of water and Gatorade. Stay away from Mountain Dew and sweet tea. That's the number one cause of kidney stone. It's Mountain Dew and sweet tea. It's been proven. Anyway, enough about that bullshit. Uh, I'm hoping some more people get on here. But I think, oh, YouTube, I think they censor my videos because the minute start talking about politics, I get no views. I don't even get one. I got one viewer in the house, and I think it's you, Butter Me Up. I think you're the only one that's still here. But I get no views. But the minute I open my mouth about politics, I think they put my live at the back of the line. Cause I've noticed it here lately. I've tested it, and it's proven. So like last night, I had upwards of 10 or 15 people, which that's pretty good when you're a nobody. And I didn't say one word about politics. But the minute tonight, or the night before, I was talking about politics. I went from 30 viewers down to freaking one. And I'm like, yeah, I think the algorithm puts it in the back of the line. But that's fine. I don't care. I mean, it's reaching some people. But yeah. I got to run to the bank in the morning, deposit some money so I can pay my bills. And from there, I don't know. I think I'm going to go hang out at the campsite and go fishing. After that, I'm not sure yet. You don't think what, Butter Me Up? What are you trying to say, bub? I think you're. I don't think what? Okay. What's your thumbnail picture of? It won't let me click into it. It'll cut me off live to look at it at a wider thing. Or zoomed in. I was just curious. It looks pretty wicked. Ugh. I could go to sleep out here. It's cool. Hearing all the animals out here. If I had a damn cot out here, I'd go to sleep. Like for real. It's peaceful. It's nice. Ugh. Man, yawning like a mug. I sent a video today. The argument over buggies. Like at grocery stores and Walmarts and crap. One set calls them buggies and one set calls them shopping carts. I've always called them buggies. My whole life's buggy. Go grab a buggy.
don't know how everybody else feels about it, but I just always been calling them buggies my whole life. And then the ones you ride on, I call them ride on buggies. Go get your ride on buggy. I think it's pretty funny. The Sam's Club and all them, they don't have ride on buggies because the ones we go to, they don't have them. So I don't know how the disabled goes in there and shops because I don't think they have them. Or at least they don't have them in the one we shop at anyway. Because they don't have the ride on buggies. No, I'm not getting off. Not right now. I mean, I might in a minute because my battery's dying and my eyes are burning. Good Lord. I'm sorry. Damn left eye's just burning. Let me check my battery. It's at 13%. It ain't got long. It'll be dead here in a minute. Dang. Tonight's a quiet night. Last night I was talking to 4 people, and heck, they stayed on the night before last. It was an hour and a half, and hell, they sat there with me for a whole hour. It's pretty cool. We talked about everything. It was pretty nice. It was a good live. Last night was pretty decent. I was talking to like 3 people last night. It was pretty cool. Just got home. Heck yeah. That's cool. They're supposed to be calling for rain all week. So I don't know how this work schedule this week's going to look because it rained today for about 3 hours. But if it happens the way they say it's going to happen, it's going to rain every day, all day. So we'll see. So if you work outside down here in the south, good luck. Get the work in while you can before it starts coming down. Especially if it starts lightning, then you have to stop because you'll get hit. Depending on what you're doing, anyhow. Swinging hammers, digging, whatever. Man, oh man. I hope it don't rain tomorrow because I like to go fishing. Yeah, mine's getting there too, man. Mine's almost at 10 now. It's at 13. It's 13%. It seems like these damn new Samsungs that every time they do an update, it seems like your battery's worse and worse and worse every fucking time they send out a new update. Because, man, before this last update they just did about, I don't know, a month ago, my battery was lasting all day. And that's with a good bit of use. So, like it was lasting probably, I probably wouldn't hit 50% until about 9 o'clock at night. Maybe 8. Now, I'm like I said, let's see where I'm at now. I'm at 12 now. So it just seems like every update they do something to the battery. Like they keep an unlisted app running at all times. It kills your battery. But now you can't even pause the updates. They force them on you now. I try to pause it, and every time I pause it, it says update will be forced on this date. No more pauses, or you can't pause it, or whatever it says. Which I think that's bullcrap. Because if the phone's working fine, why does it need an update? Like, what the shit? Like, I liked it back a while back where you can just hit stop, and it would stop it until you downloaded it. But now it ain't. Okay, cool, man. I hope you catch something. Or caught something, catch something. Ugh. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with SK Battery. They're a Korean company, South Korean company, that makes lithium batteries for the automobiles, Ford in particular. Well, they are the owners and operators of Samsung. They own Samsung. And I didn't know that, but when they were telling the history about SK, because I worked there for 2 weeks, I told them to hell with that job. I don't care how much money they pay you. It's dangerous, very dangerous. I'll get into that in a minute. But they started making computer chips back in the early 90s. And their first plant that they put in America was in Silicon Valley in California. And it might be in the 80s. I can't remember exactly when. But they're the owners and operators of Samsung. And they're a multi-trillion-dollar company. You think Jeff Bezos is rich? You think Elon Musk is rich? Shit, the owner of SK Battery? Shit, you don't know what money is till you meet that man. But anyway, everybody uses Samsung chips. Everybody does. Cameras. The iPhone had their operating system in the iPhone is a Samsung chip. What is it? About 90% of all computers that have a chip in it or a motherboard of some sort is made by Samsung. It may not say Samsung on them, but they're made by their subsidiaries. They're an owner in that company. And people don't realize that shit. Samsung's in everything. And they're always going to be in everything. People can say what they want about Samsung all they want. But if you have any updated electronics, Samsung's got the motherboards and the chips and everything made in it, in whatever you're using. I didn't know that Apple's motherboard was Samsung until a while back. I was looking at what is that? It's a guy on YouTube. He does phone repair, and he does pretty cool stuff about repairing iPhones and stuff and phones. And when he had a Apple iPhone opened up and it's got everything exposed, I had to go back and zoom in. I had to pause it and kind of zoom in, and it said the motherboard chip Samsung. And I'm like, what the shit? No free. It must be a joke video or whatever. And I looked it up. Yeah, Samsung chips is using iPhones. I thought that was pretty wild. When they're supposed to be their own entity. Apple. But it's actually Samsung and another in clothing. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Kind of the same concept. Yeah, I use spider wire. Spider wire for fishing is the best. It's the best line you can buy, in my opinion. I don't like that monofilament stuff because it stretches. there's too much give. That's how if you set the hook and you set it hard and the fish is going the opposite direction, it's got enough. When it pulls, it stretches. Usually that's when you hear that and the line breaks. Spider wire won't ever do that, ever. I've never broke line on anything. Heck, man, I was fishing one time, and I was fishing with a rattle trap. And so rattle traps, they kind of sink because they're heavy. Well, I was pulling it through there, and I felt it snag on something. I'm like, shit. I'm pulling, and I'm pulling, and I'm pulling. I finally feel like it breaks loose. Well, I'm like, something's on it. And I pull out, man, probably a 8-foot stick, about 3 inches around, and pull it right out of the damn lake, like right off the bottom of the mud. And I was on spider wire. It didn't break. The hooks are bent, so I had to change out the hooks, the treble hooks, but it never broke. If I was on monofilament, it'd have snapped immediately. That's why I use it. But anyway, this is going to be another short and sweet video. My phone's fixing to die. And heck, about this time is when everybody starts coming in that watches my lives. Usually, anyway. They hit about 30 to 40 minutes. And it keeps it going. I'm just trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think you've already subscribed. I'm not sure, but I think you have. That'd be kind of great, though, to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm gonna try. Oh, that brightened it up a little bit. I'll use that right there. It kind of brightened it up a little bit, not much. I changed the background filter. So I have a thick-ass red beard, and it's getting long. And the only thing I hate about it is that when it's so freaking hot outside and it's so muggy and humid, you're sweating your balls off, you can feel the heat radiating underneath the beard, and it's so hot. And I just want to shave it off. But then again, I'm like, no. I've been growing it for 4 months, and I'm like, no, I gotta keep it. You can tell, look at my eyes, I'm tired. I don't sleep a lot. It's hard for me to go to sleep. And when I do fall asleep, I don't ever really, deep sleep like you're supposed to. But I was listening to a doctor, and he said the most vulnerable your body is between 3 and 4 a.m. in the morning. That's when your heart rate is at the slowest it's ever going to be at during the night, and that's why people that with bad hearts that are elderly, they die in their sleep, and typically 90% of the time, he said you can look the statistic up, they die between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. every time. Sometimes they said 5 a.m., but it's typically 3 to 4 a.m. that people with heart problems and they're elderly, they die in their sleep because their heart just stops. Because between that hour, 3 and 4, is when your heart is the slowest. So you're the most vulnerable to die between 3 and 4 a.m. every night. I thought that was wild as shit. And he was a cardiologist, of course. He's a heart specialist. And I'm like, man, that's freaking crazy. It makes you not want to go to sleep, you know. But he says, typically, if you don't have no blood clots anywhere and you're healthy, you've got nothing to worry about. But if you've got a blood clot somewhere, or if it moves, or if you have heart problems, then he says you're more at risk of dying in your sleep. About to start school, huh? What grade you gonna go into, bub? I remember school. School is very, very important. School is very important. Always go to school, because it's getting to where now you gotta have a college education just to get that job to even make it in this thing we call life. It's getting so hard for people to live because everything's so expensive. You going into fifth grade, huh? Well, if you tell them the truth, fifth grade's always awesome because you're in between young years and teenage years. I remember I was in the fifth grade. All you think about is video games and girls. Is about all you'll think about growing up in that time. And you're trying to figure out who you are, what kind of kid you are, and what kind of young adult you want to be. But always go to school, listen to your teachers, do your homework, and go home. Forget all the BS at school. If you got a little boy picking on you, just look at him and say, "Buddy, I'll pray for you," and walk away. So you got to kill him with kindness. That's how to stop a bully in a heartbeat. If you don't want to act on it, kill him with kindness. It works every time. And I don't condone fighting, but if you have to do what you have to do, you just got to do it. And just be prepared for the consequences later. I've had my fair share of bullies growing up. Sometimes the killing with kindness works. Usually it works, but sometimes it don't. Sometimes it just makes them mad because they're ignorant. And then sometimes you just got to sock them in the nose. And once you do that, they'll leave you alone. Everybody will leave you alone then. You're like, "Don't mess with old butter me up over there. He'll hit you in the nose." But nah, I mean, school's very important. Go to school every day and do your homework. Listen to your teachers. I know that some teachers are arrogant and mean. Just listen to them. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. And you'll get along just fine. And stay off drugs. Don't ever do drugs. It goes for any young kid or young person looking at the live. Stay off of drugs. Anybody ever offer you drugs or alcohol, tell them no. Tell them heck no. And then vapes too, because I didn't have to worry about vapes in school because there wasn't a thing in my high school. It was pills and dip and smoking. That's what we had to battle in our school. But these vapes, stay away from them things too. Yeah, I can understand you wanting to sucker punch somebody in the nose or whatever, or sucker punch them. I said soccer, but just if you have an opportunity where you don't have to do that type of whatever, kill them with kindness. Just look at them and says, "Brother, I'll pray for you. You must be going through a bad time. I pray for you." And walk away. That's what you got to do. He may mouth off some bull crap behind your back. Just keep walking. Be the bigger man. If you have an opportunity, if the opportunity comes to you where he puts his hands on you, that's a different story. He's all fair game in. But before you escalate it that far, just kill him with kindness. That's all you got to do. Like I said, I had my fair share of bullies, and I've had to put them in their place both ways. And because I was like you, I had an anger problem, and I had to figure out how to control it. Because if you let your anger get the best of you, you hurt somebody, and the next thing you know, they in the hospital or whatever. And you don't want that. I didn't want that. I about put a kid in the hospital back in middle school. I felt bad ever since. So I had to. I went when he come back to school after I got kicked. I got kicked out of school for a few days, and I walked up to him. I apologized and told him I was sorry, and he said he was sorry for what he did to me. And heck, we actually became really good friends up to high school, and then he moved. But you know, just don't let if you're gonna do it, just don't let your anger get the best of you. But anyway, you'll do good. You'll do good. You'll be all right. Just always remember, no drugs, no alcohol. Do your homework and go home. That's all you gotta do. And before you know it, you'll be walking down your stage in 12th grade, getting your diploma. Then hopefully, if you want to go to college or to a good trade school. Learn a trade if you don't want to go to college. That kind of college. Yeah, ADHD is a big problem too if you're not on any kind of medication, which the medication is really bad anyway. The medication they put you on, it ruins your liver. So you don't want that either. But there's ways to cope with ADHD. There's ways to, sometimes it's hard, but you'll figure it out. You'll figure out the way you got to cope with it. But yeah, I hate that. It's never good. Like I said, before you know it, you'll be graduated and then you'll be done with school unless you go on to college, which I recommend you go to college, in my opinion, to get a good paying job. Because by the time you get an adult, they don't tell how expensive food's going to be. So right now it's expensive. It's very expensive. It's hard for people to live. There ain't no telling how expensive stuff's going to be the time you get to be an adult and not on your own. But you'll learn about the cost of living and stuff once you get to middle school, unless they are teaching it in elementary school. I don't know. Well, that's good. Therapist is always good because you talk about your problems and stuff. You get what's in your head out, and then you'll feel better about yourself. As long as you got a good therapist, as long as they don't treat you like a baby and treat you like a young man. They don't make you feel inferior. But yeah, I hate that you're going through that. Mental health is very important to keep it in check because you can't let it get away from you. Because if you're having a bad day and having a problem, go to your mom or dad and talk to them about it. If you can't talk to your therapist at that exact moment, or talk to a school counselor or somebody that you can confide in if your parents aren't available. But always go to your parents because they're the most important people in your life at your age is your parents. They take care of you. They'll make sure that you'll be all right. Grandma, grandpa, if they're still living, which all mine are done passed away. I don't have any grandparents anymore. They're called to anymore, which it sucks. But anyway, my phone's on 7%. I guess I'm on dip out here. I appreciate you being here, buddy, and look forward to hopefully seeing you again in my live or whatever. I enjoy everybody being here. Don't worry about school. School's nothing. You'll get through it. It's easy. It's always easy. It's only hard if you make it hard. If you make it hard, it's gonna be hard. Your whole school, all your whole school life. Just make it easy and it'll be easy. That goes for anybody. So, alrighty. Well, I'm out.